Okay, so you guys have been sending in some seriously cool articles lately. A lot about AI, and wow, are things changing fast?
Yeah, for sure.
Way faster than anyone really expected, right?
Yeah.
It's like every day there's something new. So, we're going to deep dive into all this AI stuff, see how it's impacting businesses, and what it actually means for your job, your career. We're going to try and, cut through all the noise and hype and get to the real deal.
Sounds good.
So we have a whole stack of articles here, a bunch from you guys, and it's clear AI is not science fiction anymore.
Nope.
It's here. It's happening now.
Definitely real and changing things quickly.
Okay, so let's jump right in. One of the CNN articles, I think you sent this one, said that companies are adopting AI for automation way faster than anyone predicted. Like, way faster.
Yeah.
And get this, almost three-quarters. 3 out of 4 companies surveyed plan to use AI to replace some of the jobs that humans are doing right now.
That's a big number.
Yeah, huge. So that's a ton of businesses, right? Think about how many businesses there are. So if that many are going to start using AI to replace jobs.
Yeah, that's a pretty major shift for workers.
Exactly. And it's not just happening in tech companies or whatever.
Right.
This is everywhere. There was a Fortune article, I'm pretty sure it was in the stack you sent, that said that 80% of Fortune 500 CEOs, 80%,
Wow.
are already using or are planning to use AI to automate stuff that humans used to do.
Yeah, they're all jumping on this.
So we're talking like manufacturing, finance, healthcare, even the arts. I mean, AI is touching every single industry.
Which is interesting because then it's like, okay, what does that mean for where things are headed? Like what comes next?
Exactly. Like what's coming down the pipeline for AI and how it's going to change our jobs.
Well, I mean, there's this Blue Bash article that kind of lays out some of the top trends we're going to see, for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big ones is AI-powered assistants,
Oh, yeah, those things.
which like everybody knows about.
Yeah, like everyone uses.
Yeah, exactly. Like scheduling your meetings, filtering emails. But those are just the tip of the iceberg. These AI assistants are getting more and more advanced, like really sophisticated. They're going to be able to take on way more complex tasks, freeing up, more of our time so we can actually focus on like strategy and stuff.
Right, that makes sense. And that reminds me, actually, there was an article, it was from PYMNTS. It talked about AI swarms, which, I mean, come on, that sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It does. A little sci-fi.
Totally. It was talking about how, like, multiple AI systems can actually work together to solve really tough problems. Kind of like a super team of AI specialists, each with their own, area of expertise, all collaborating on one project.
Right. I mean, think about what that could do for things like medical research or even, something like creative design.
Yeah. And then there was another one, I think it was from the Parrot Benefit Group, that focused on AI's role in decision making, which was super interesting. It was saying that AI can, sift through tons of data, way more than a human could ever do, and then it finds patterns that we might miss completely.
Yeah.
So that could lead to better decisions in all kinds of areas, like investments or even risk assessment and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder about like what happens to human judgment,
Oh, right.
our intuition. Do we just kind of hand over all those decisions to AI?
Right.
We've got to strike a balance, make sure there's still human oversight, but leverage that analytical power that AI brings.
Okay, so this is all super interesting, but let's get real. How is all this going to impact, like, someone listening to this right now? Someone who's trying to figure out this whole AI world and what it means for their job.
Right.
Like, what's the bottom line?
Okay, so there's an App Inventive article that basically says AI is going to touch every single industry. It doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
Doctor, teacher, artist, marketer, whatever. AI is going to change the way you work.
Okay, so that brings up the big question, right? Is AI gonna, steal our jobs?
Well, there's this prediction from PwC that gives, I think, a more realistic perspective.
Yeah.
They're saying that, yeah, AI will replace some jobs, but it's also going to create even more new ones.
Okay, interesting.
But the catch is, those new jobs, they're going to require different skills. So it's not just about being tech savvy. It's about being able to adapt, think critically, be creative.
So instead of being scared of AI, we should be figuring out how to work with it.
Exactly.
Like it's a tool, right?
Right. AI is a tool. Think of it as your co-pilot.
Yeah.
It can actually enhance what you're already good at.
Okay, I like that.
But you got to stay ahead of the curve,
Yeah.
right? Keep learning, keep updating your skills, and be open to new ways of doing things.
It's like learning to fly a plane. You don't just, hop in and take off. You got to train. You got to understand the controls. And you got to be ready for some turbulence along the way.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy. The future of work is all about being flexible and adaptable and, never stop learning. So it's not about AI replacing us. It's about using AI to help us achieve more than we ever could before.
So big picture, AI is changing things fast. It's going to create some challenges, but also a ton of opportunities.
Definitely.
The main takeaway, though, is that we can actually shape our future in this new AI-driven world.
Right. We have more control than we think.
It's about understanding the power of AI, but also remembering that, those human skills, the things that make us human, those are always going to be valuable.
For sure.
So keep reading those articles, guys. It's an amazing time to be alive, and we'll be back soon to, deep dive into more of this stuff.
Sounds good.